All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I almost did a vlog, but I decided to just do a reading again instead. So this is a pick a card reading on helping messages to get you through this moment. I ended up changing the title to grounding messages or something like that, just so that it could be more general for everyone else's circumstances. A friend reached out to me sharing some really sad news that's going on in their lives, and so in their life. So I also felt inspired, but for my own journey as well, I'm having a difficult time over here. So I'm just gonna share kind of what happened with my day. um, and we're going to be doing 3 readings. Reading number 1, 2, and 3. You can go to the timestamps provided in the description box below. But yeah, I was having a pretty good morning. I woke up and all that. I feel like I want to do 2 messages from this jar. So yeah, I woke up. It was pretty good, and my sibling ends up knocking on my door asking if I want any food, and I'm like, you can use my microwave, but I'm good. I have something in the fridge. And they're like, oh, it's okay. I'm going to use the downstairs microwave because the roommates, I'm pretty sure, are gone right now. I'm like, what? So I'm like, this is my chance to get some cleaning done because they're not here. And I literally am filling this bin as fast as I can with stuff in my room because I'm like, they could be back any second. I have no idea. I don't know where they are, when they'll be back. And so I was hurrying to clean, and I realized, or was kind of feeling nostalgic, how I oftentimes found myself relating to Cinderella, and she had to clean the whole house and all that, and clean they wanted her to do all these impossible to do chores in that fairy tale, but they also wanted them to be done while they weren't at the house because they didn't want to see her cleaning either. And obviously she didn't get any gratitude for cleaning either as well. So anyways, I just really relate to some aspects in there growing up and everything, and I was relating to it today as I was like, oh yeah, like the reason my roommates, aka my bio parents, think I'm lazy and don't clean and this and this and that is because I do all the cleaning when they're not around, and most of the time they're here, so they're just constantly disappointed. And growing up, even when I would clean, I would clean in the middle of the night while everyone was sleeping, and I'd wake up kind of giddy and giggling, oh my gosh, mom and dad have been screaming about how much they hate how we never keep the house clean. They're gonna be so happy. And then morning would go on, and they just wouldn't even notice, and they wouldn't even care, and they would be stressed and yelling about something else to clean instead, and not even noticing that everything was clean. So after a few of those experiences at a very young age, I just I don't know, it was exhausting. But anyways, definitely got triggered today because I thought I heard them, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so I got everything out of the bin, and then I ran upstairs with my bin, and then I was checking from the window, and nope, their car's not here. So I was like, oh, okay. And so I was like, I'm gonna take this opportunity and quickly fill my bin again as fast as possible. I empty out my fridge, get everything in the bin, and I hear a door slam. I'm like, let me check. And I'm like, sure enough, it's their car. And I'm like, oh God. And so I just run back to my room, close the door, locked, and I'm like, well, they're probably going to be annoyed or maybe don't care because I was in the middle of cleaning everything that I brought downstairs in the first run. So now they're just going to see all of that. And then it's like, I was getting all stressed here, and I like put on my headphones because I was just like imagining that my dad or whatever, like just banging on my door, like, because this is the last straw, like, look at this mess that you've made, type of a thing. And like, of course, not even of course, because he's definitely done that throughout my life, even like a month ago. But I put on my headphones, and sure enough, like, I wasn't bothered or anything, because also, like, it was pretty clear. I pretty much did it for the most part. The only thing was that the bottles that I was rinsing are still in the sink being rinsed. Like, there's like water in each of the bottles. And then like the bag to put the bottles in are full, and I put 2 in there, as many as I could. So it's like pretty obvious that there wasn't much else to do. But yeah, and then I got really frustrated because it's like all my stuff in my fridge that already is kind of bad is now in this bin. And if it stays in this bin for a long time, it's going to be really, really unpleasant. And I was trying to get down there so I could rinse them all out before they got that gross, you know? But sure enough, things always get really gross here. So that is my story of why I'm not feeling in the best mood right now. It actually really got me. Like, I was really trying to have a good day. I still am. That's actually why I'm doing this video. But yeah, it's just really hard. And I was like, saw a message on Instagram, like a tarot reading, and the song was really good. And it was basically just like, what are you waiting for? Like, express love and stuff like that. And then I was like, well, going through a like breakup, so, and my ex, I guess, has been ghosting me for, I don't know, 2 weeks pretty much. And that's really stressful, and I really need someone to talk to, and it sucks. And I finally made some sense of closure, like some really solid sense of closure with like what people have described as like a twin flame connection, which I definitely resonate with that whole journey. I've just sort of chosen to like step off the journey. And I get it. There's some people out there that are like, you can't just simply step off the journey. I feel like you actually have free will and you can technically do whatever you want. It's just that it might feel against your nature or impossible or inauthentic at any given time to just step off a particular journey. And that's totally fair and valid. So in some ways, it's always going to be a part of my journey. And I'm always going to feel that connection. I'm never going to like pretend that it didn't exist or like not acknowledge it. So I definitely know the connection for what it is. But anyways, I found some sense of closure in that connection. Sorry. I shouldn't have apologized, but yeah. And then like I have like kind of hope for new love at this time of my life. I met someone. This is some big news for the channel. I met someone recently who is fantastic, pretty much, who's incredible, and like every time we talk about something new, it just seems like we have more stuff in common. And I don't know, in a really, really good way, of course. I can tell we're both our own individuals, but that we're very, very open still. I don't know. And like, I just get a good feeling about about the whole thing. But communication is like inconsistent, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, given that I've only known this person for like maybe a week and a half or less, something like that. I'd have to like check the timestamps on like messaging to like see when we met, but basically it's been a short period of time, pretty much like a week. And yeah, I think it's been less than a week. I think I met him last Wednesday, and today is Is today still Monday? It's Tuesday, isn't it? Today's Tuesday. And so, yeah, it hasn't even really been a week. So my point is, like, it makes sense. But also, like, when you're in the beginning stages of meeting someone, it's kind of nerve-wracking sometimes because it's like, I'm so used to these, like, little sparks that then go nowhere. And this is, like, the biggest little spark that I've ever had. um, and that means a lot to me. So it's like I'm nervous about that, and he like works a lot. So whenever there's not communication, and I feel like I need someone to talk to, I don't know who to talk to. My bestie, she moved pretty far, and she's really busy in her new life right now, and so it's like it's just challenging. So I decided to go on the channel and vlog about it. But I also wanted to do a pick a card. But I definitely wanted to talk about this first because, yeah, this channel, this video, I definitely am on here for myself. Of course, I'm on here for you guys too. But yeah, that being said, we are going to get started. I need to fill up water real quick. So after I do that, we will be doing these readings. Okay. Okay. So for those of you who chose reading number 1, we are going to get started. Another fun fact, my right arm, I woke up and it's really sore for some reason. I don't actually know why. I don't think it's like too much video games. It's probably, I think I do know what it is, but um, like dang. It's like an accumulation of things. Probably starting with an event where I tried helping someone push their car up a hill. Though that would have been my left arm, actually. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to get started. So, messages to help you through this moment or to help you get grounded. So we've got Pluto. Ooh, setting healthy boundaries. Knowing that these endings that are going to be happening for you, yes, for you, in your favor, are final. You won't be revisiting this chapter in your life ever again. The negative parts of your chapter, the negative parts of your life right now, you will be able to close that door. For those of you who listen to like what's kind of going on with me today, you'll kind of see how I vibe with that message. Because yeah, I sort of just never want to see certain people ever again. Particularly 2 people who both happen to live in this house. That's my parents. But anyways, we're just gonna flip over all the cards. So we've got Pluto, the Queen of Swords, the Four of Swords, and Comet. Some grounding messages is that you do have a powerful ally. I just say that because the first words on Queen of Swords is powerful ally, and then loyalty and honor. So it looks like you do have support at this time. That's very, very powerful. Yeah. The Four of Swords. Like, this is your powerful ally. And something is holding them back at this time from helping you or stepping in. And it's not the person, like the person who's your powerful ally or your spirit team that wants to intervene right now are being held back for a reason, because they know that you've got this, and that you're like you're working on important things, and they don't want to get in your way, and they're actually choosing to trust you and let you handle things in your own way, because you're getting your new beginning, and they don't want to intervene with that. So, grounding message is trust that you have all the knowledge that you need to work on things at the present moment to keep building your life. Just know that, like, today will not be your only day to work on things, and that this moment is not forever. The tough times are not forever. That a new beginning is really on its way to you, a fresh start. This is like just reminding you that that's still happening, that it feels like the universe was aware that this was going to hit you today, and you are your greatest ally, is also what I want to say. Like, you are your greatest ally. A part of you maybe knew that you were going to face these rough times and that you weren't going to know what to do. Because I think we all have those moments in our lives where something happens and we realize that no matter what kind of circle we've built for ourselves or connections that we've made, that there's still these moments where it's like it feels all up to you to get through it, or to like overcome the challenge, you know? And just remember that, like, your team is a lot closer than you realize. And maybe a grounding affirmation is, I am working on what I need to do at this time. And I am working together with a reliable team that will come together when the time is right. Something like that. You can like put more thought. I can't really think of one on the fly, like super fast right now, but let's get some other messages to help you get grounded. Just something to soothe your soul, or to like let you know that you can do at this time. Never giving up is what it says. Success against any and all odds. It's hard to read it, but so this is an oracle deck that I created myself kind of a long time ago now, I guess in 2020. And I took these One Piece calendar pages that one of my besties gifted me, and I like looked at the imagery and I just like chose what it meant. I like wrote down some keywords. And yeah, this is card 44. Never giving up, success against any and all odds. So your message is like, don't lose hope, don't give up. No matter how long it like takes, you're gonna get through this. You're gonna overcome this obstacle. Ooh, I see Luffy again. Oh yeah, it's another Luffy card. That's really cool. February 22nd. This is card number 22. Time to celebrate, enjoy, kick back, and relax. So, yeah, don't worry about if your plans got derailed like mine did. My plans were to be like productive, quote unquote, and to like do cleaning and to like clear my space. And that got side rail, whatever it's called, sidelined. And yeah, this is just a reminder, like, okay, then just like, you know what? That's actually not your problem. I mean, even if the problem is like kind of in your space, like for example, like some of the stuff I brought downstairs, like that's not my problem anymore. Because if it were, like they wouldn't have intervened. So yeah, and if they wanted like a healthy circumstance where their children felt safe and comfortable around them enough to do cleaning in front of them, they would have been safe, comfortable, healthy parents, but they weren't and they aren't. So, anyways, yeah, getting like enjoy. Enjoy your life anyways. Enjoy this moment. Like indulge in one of your favorite things. Think of your favorite activities that you can do. Some of you, it might be like hanging out with friends and you won't be able to do that or something. Um, or like whatever activities you had in mind. But like find ones that like you really enjoy doing that you can do now and that you feel like you could motivate yourself to do, that you could like encourage yourself, like do it, you can do it, like um could be really really simple, but just try to find pleasure today. Try to find things that you want to do that feel like you're indulging, that you can't hold yourself back on when you're doing it. Something that comes to my mind is anime. Like I might watch some more anime today or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to give that more thought. But that's what I'm getting for reading number one. So I hope that resonates with you. And I hope you're all okay and doing well. And I am wishing you the best. And you're going to get through this moment and things are going to turn out for the best for you, is what I think. So yeah, take care. Okay. Gosh, my head is so itchy right now. I honestly don't know why. It hasn't been itchy like this in forever, and I've been staying moisturized and everything. So strange. Okay. I must be going through some sort of major transformation or something, or just needing to take better care of my scalp. I don't know. Okay. For those of you who chose reading number two, we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're just going to kind of look at some messages for you that are meant to help you at this time, help you get grounded. The Empress. So this is like taking care of your space. If any of you watched the beginning of this video, like I was trying to do that and that got intervened. But a different angle I'm looking at is that I can still um, reorganize, restructure the room, or put some things up or put some things away within my space. So maybe I can't clear all the dishes and get them out of the room but I could probably rearrange my things and like fold the blankets or like whatever, you can still get organized. So try not to get distracted by what you cannot do, and perhaps get excited a little bit about like what you can do and feeling a sense of accomplishment from that. If you don't feel like you're going to get much of a sense of accomplishment from like reorganizing your room, for example, the message is to find something that you will feel a sense of accomplishment from. And that can be really difficult to pinpoint sometimes. So if you don't feel like you can come up with anything particular, then maybe just kind of like look around your room, or like, yeah, look around your space that you're in and see if there's anything that reminds you of what you can do right now instead of things that you cannot do. So try not to see your surroundings as something holding you back, but instead as something that you can work with at this time to keep busy, pretty much. That might help you keep grounded. Queen of Wands, some of you, that might be like you literally look at your bed and you're like, I could just lay down. Like I would like to. And so do that. Rest, you know? Or you'll see something that like ignites your heart, like brings passion to you, where you're like I have a piano over there. I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to play the piano right now, I'm just giving my own examples. Then we've got the Knights of Wands. And then we've got the Two of Wands. We're definitely getting a lot of fire and some earth. And the Eight of Water, Eight of Cups. So maybe you feel like you're taking steps forward, but the steps forward are really small, and you're worried that your steps backwards are so big, like one step forward, 5 steps back. Like you're worried about that, perhaps. But nurture both feelings. Maybe the steps forward and the steps backwards are actually both leading you in the forward direction. I'm thinking of the Chariot card. If any of you know the Chariot card from the traditional like Rider-Waite tarot decks, it's like this person in a carriage or whatever, and there's like a black and white horse that represent like light and shadow, and it's like both are opposite forces, but they need to be well balanced and in harmony with each other and in alignment to be able to drive themselves forward. So I'm just seeing like light and shadow as like this forward movement and backward movement that you're like thinking about. Like the grounding message is to actually nurture both, honor both feelings. When you feel like taking steps forward, honor that feeling. When you're feeling shy or insecure and like hiding a little bit and taking steps back, like honor that. It's a slippery slope, of course, because like sometimes we just like go into overdrive with that and we completely hide ourselves away. So this is like trying to find a healthy balance between those two energies of like validating your feelings and knowing that you're still beautiful, including having your insecurities. In fact, that might make you even more beautiful because that just makes you that real. I don't know. Let's see. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, some of you might really just need some rest. And the way that things are playing out right now, it might just be a way for the universe to help guide you towards just getting rest at this time. King of Wands. That might be what's the right thing to do. more rest and meditation, and recovery time, being like patient with yourself, recognizing that your body is asking you to take a break from things, that it's really needing that would be good. Five of Wands. So we definitely got a lot of fire. We got the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the King of Wands, the Five of Wands. Like, so there's a lot of fire energy coming in for reading number 2. That's the thing. Like, that's what you feel like you're meant to be doing, but you're also feeling this sense of conflict, like you're taking steps backwards while you're doing that, because maybe that's being overbalanced. So maybe another grounding message for you is that, yes, take that time to rest, and it'll be challenging, but take that time to take the initiative and to, like, try and figure out why there's conflict there. Like, I'm seeing like you're trying to take the initiative and make something happen, and like maybe a group or multiple energies involved are also trying to make the same thing happen, but because you're all unique, there's like conflict, and like it's like not fitting perfectly. So it's like that's right next to the Eight of Cups with the Two of Wands. So it's like I feel like the grounding message is the universe is sort of asking you to nurture this feeling and evaluate and reflect on like your differences with everyone involved and how you can find your way out of it to release yourself from conflict. Like, there's a way for you to do it. There's a way for you to move on, and you don't have to be the most confident to do that. You just need to like value yourself and care for your body, and like sort of just decide, like, regardless of the, like, I don't know, it's like there's just a way for you to get out of conflict is what I'm getting. And some of you just really needed to hear that motivation, that like you can do it, someone believing in you, that you can find your way out of this situation peacefully. So let's get some encouraging advice on all of this. Ooh. Who chance meeting? Oh, chance meeting. Potential friendship, 51. So, yeah, this is saying like you're at a time right now where you're not sure who you can trust. Like, you might have met someone and they're like it's on the fence on where things are going to go, with what role they're going to play in your journey down the line. Like, are they just here for the short term? Are they here for the long term? You've got a big question mark about this, but this is your signal that there's a good chance that this chance meeting that that's happened or will happen for you, that it's something long term. So that's what I get from that card. And it's card number 51. Yeah. Hope, number 17. Have hope. Don't give up. Yeah. So yeah, this is like, it's like some of you feel like you were someone who was just about to give up on your dreams, that you had been searching for your dreams for a long time, until you got to this point where you're like, my dreams don't exist. like even in the form that I thought they might exist, I went and explored that, and all I discovered is that it doesn't exist. And you were ready to lose hope and give up, and it was really, really sad. And at that exact time, someone just maybe appeared, or an energy inside of you reignited that like surprised you, where you're like, what's going on? And then you're like, that energy is just like, surprise, like, it exists, what you're looking for is real, like, don't give up. And you have purpose always, you know, you matter, you mean something, and you're not alone. So I don't know, I'm just getting something like that happened recently, or you have someone that you've met in your past that's made you feel that sense of gratitude, and maybe they're not here anymore. And that could be numerous connections throughout your journey. Trust that those were real and for a reason, and it's for you to keep meeting connections that are like that, and that you will eventually find your way to some real lifelong connections that are there for you for your whole journey or throughout your journey. So those are meant to be some grounding messages for you. That maybe you're having some alone time right now and there's some conflict there, but you're figuring out a way out of that. And where you're at right now during this alone time is not inherently a bad thing. You're going to spend that time really growing as an individual, that it's so you can be the amazing person that you already are and the amazing person that you're going to be. It's like, think of it as like training, so to speak. So it might be a tough time right now for some of you, but this is like, this is just like a good sign that these beginning phases that you're experiencing are actually going to flourish. So try to be hopeful. Try to keep hope alive within you, despite what's going on at any cost. Like for me, that was like, I'm just going to make this video. Maybe the feeling won't last long after I'm done recording, but you know, it was still like a way to keep hope alive. So yeah, I hope you benefited from that reading, and I'll talk to you all later. Take care. All right, for those of you who chose reading number 3, we're just going to get right into it. So these are some messages overall for what you're kind of going through and how it's actually a good thing and how you can find ways to ground your energy in this. And then these are like advice cards or something to be more direct, to like let you know. So yeah, advice / like messages to like bring some healing. That's what these are over here. But yeah. So we're getting the 7 of Wands, perseverance, stamina, survival. This is saying like survive at all costs right now. Like persevere. 9 of Cups. And the grounding message for how you can do that is literally enjoy your life. Or try to like we all have things that we enjoy, sensations that can be pleasurable, feel actually good, that bring you happiness. So do things that make you happy. Focus on things that could bring you happiness. 18, pulsar, comfort, stability, regularity. And that's within your own environment. So do things by yourself that make you happy. And then there's like a letter flying out there. So also if you feel like messaging people or anyone specific who brings you joy, whenever you hear from them and whenever they hear from you, if that makes if that's like a mutual connection of like joy, like do that, send that message perhaps. It's like right now, I do kind of feel like reaching out to someone again. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna send another message. I send a lot of messages. But yeah, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands to me is a card of communication and fast energy. And in this deck, it says dedication, oath, and symbol. So this is saying like you probably will worry, but don't worry about how it sounds or how it looks when you send these messages or when you communicate with the outside world. Like, let it out. You're like, especially if they're honestly your hopes and dreams. Like, there's a bunch of stars in that person's like energy here that they're like cutting that's like gonna go out into the universe. And it's funny, like my head has been really itchy and I don't know why. Right around the time I started recording. I mean, obviously, maybe it must be dry, but like, it doesn't really make sense. I've been moisturizing very well and like kind of staying hydrated. So I think it was honestly just from going downstairs for the like and being down there for only like 5 minutes or so, or like 10 minutes, like cleaning down there. So that's wild. I feel like my health is just going to improve when I get out of this place. But anyways, that's a whole different thing. We're going to look at some more messages. The Eight of Swords, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands has shown up maybe in all three readings. And the Two of Cups. Free yourself from like your situation right now. You can you might think you're stuck right now. Something to help you keep grounded is to know that like you are a queen, and if you like require attention at this time or to give a message or an offer or whatever, like do it. Nothing is actually stopping you but yourself right now. These are really good messages for me, so I'm definitely going to try and take this advice. Hopefully it's solid. But yeah, March 29th. The advice officially is unconditional love. Aww. Card 34. So, unconditional love. Yeah, the grounding message for you is that like there's just unconditional love in this situation that you're in that you're like nervous about. This connection that brings you joy. There's unconditional love there, and try to trust that. Which means like you should be free to express yourself however you want. Yeah. And then March 20th, we get useful. Card 26. I didn't write anything on the back because there was no room. So I wrote it on the front here. It's hard to read. The writing is not the best marker, but it is right there. And the keyword is useful. Which this is reminding you of your self-worth, that you are important and like you're wanted and you're not forgotten. And that like you could play a really important role in someone's life today. That you're playing a really important role in your own life and in your loved ones' lives. Like you're important and you matter. And like it's okay if you're not like surrounded by people right now. Like you might be more independent a lot of the times on your journey, kind of doing your own thing. But like I'm getting like you're an ally, even if it's in the background, and that like it's like a secret club. Like you and your loved ones kind of like can kind of just be like really close with each other. I don't know. I'm just getting that like that's the message to share. Like letting you know that you're important and that you're loved and that you have a lot of love to share and to give. And you have a right to do that in any form that you want. And yeah, that's what I've got. So that's reading number 3. And I hope that was helpful. I'm wishing you all the best. I'm going to end this very soon. I just have to write down the timestamps first before I do that. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay. Oops. Okay. Wishing you all the best. And yeah, I'll try and be back again, and I'll talk to you all later. Take care.